Hey guys, today I'm doing another little talky video. Yes, I did one of these on Monday as more of a general update, but today I'm being very more specific, just talking about YouTube Red. And yes, I did talk about this on my Monday update, but I don't think I was particularly helpful or particularly concise about it, because I honestly had very little idea what was going on. However, I've been doing a little more research today to try and clear it up in my head, and I would like to try and clear it up in your head if you're worrying about this sort of thing, or just thinking about it. I'm sure many of you aren't worrying too much, but obviously this could be impactful to YouTube, a platform many of you probably very much enjoy. So, if you don't know and have been living under a rock for the last few months, and especially this last week, YouTube Red is a paid service, just a paid version of YouTube where you get a little bit of exclusive content, you can download videos and watch them offline, and you don't have to watch advertisements. You give them $10 a month, YouTube gets their 45% or whatever, and YouTubers, the creators get their 55-60%. Great, okay? So that sounds like a good thing, right? Because CPMs are dwindling. We're hearing this all the time from creators. My ad revenue is going away. So surely this will be a more consistent, more reliable model, and will hopefully provide more money to creators. And the way most people would imagine that it would be divided up is very much similar to the way it's done now, I guess. Basically, the revenue would be put into the $5.50 left over from your $10 would be split up amongst your the creators you watch based on watch time. So, say you watch, 10 channels in completely equal amounts by some miracle, each of them would get, like 55 cents, which, in fairness, would actually be quite good for compared to the kind of ad revenue you get per month per person. So, yay! And when you went on the site a few days ago, you looked under how is revenue determined, and this is what it implied. It says, new revenue from YouTube Red membership fees will be distributed to video creators based on each creator's watch time from YouTube Red members. As with our advertising service, the majority of revenue will go to the creators. That pretty much implies that model I just explained, where the money will be divided up based on what each member watches. However, you go back a couple days later, and it says I don't remember it exactly, and I can't find the page because it's gone now, but there's a new one. Basically, it said something more along the lines of YouTube Red admin revenue will be divided up based on total watch time. Something to that effect, and I will try to find the actual text and put it on screen. Now, that implies, and a lot of people have said this, that they will get all of the money, put it in one big jar, one giant jar to drown YouTube executives in. And basically, that'll be divided up amongst all the YouTubers based on how much they're watched overall. You're probably thinking, that sounds relatively similar, maybe a few less steps, maybe it's a little simpler. The key word is overall, and all YouTubers actually. Fuck, all that statement is terrible when you actually think about it. So, overall, that means not based on YouTube Red members. So people with more YouTube Red members will get proportionally less of the money they pay to watch them, and those people paying are probably paying more because they're watching good creators and they feel like it's a good platform and they want to put money into it. But a huge amount of that will go to people who don't have that many YouTube Red subscribers, and because it's based on total watch time. Out of all YouTubers, it'll trend towards going more towards bigger YouTubers. So, say PewDiePie, for example, just because he has a lot of views and is the biggest YouTuber, not picking on him obviously, say none of his subscribers bought YouTube Red, and everybody else's did, and they all paid their money and everything was happy, but then a huge amount of that money that PewDiePie's subscribers aren't paying for would go to PewDiePie. And that's not good, because he's not working for that. And obviously, it sounds kind of like I'm slandering PewDiePie, which I'm totally not. But these people not working for that will be getting that money. And that's just not the right model, because they're also getting the ad revenue from their people watching their videos, whereas these people who are losing all that money aren't getting that ad revenue anymore because because the people have paid for YouTube Red, so they're not watching ads, and their money is being moved somewhere else. So smaller creators will actually most likely lose a lot of money from this. And in fact, ad revenue in general will probably go down because advertisers will probably see that people with money are paying for YouTube Red and not watching ads. So why would they put ads on there? Everybody with money is not watching ads. That's obviously not entirely true, but that might be how they see it. So this only serves to hurt smaller creators. Now, I went back on there today to check for myself properly, and there's a new one. This is why I couldn't find the second one. And it says, new revenue from YouTube Red members membership fees will be distributed to video creators based on how much members watch your content. That's slightly changed from the first one. It's before it was new revenue from YouTube Red members will be distributed to video creators based on each creator's watch time from YouTube Red members. Not what it says now, to video creators based on how much members watch your content. They sound kind of similar, right? And I'm hoping that they are the same, and the man in the Googles is just too stupid to get it right. But this is the next thing that I'm complaining about, is just YouTube is being maddeningly unhelpful trying to inform us about what is going on. They are just because they constantly are changing the page that tells us what is going on. You just can't tell what's happening. You can't. We have no idea if it's going to be this first great model where it'll probably serve to help YouTube creators, or the second one where it'll just fuck up where the money goes and probably hurt a lot of creators. Even people like Nerdcubed, he figured out that if it was the whole pot, he'd get a very tiny fraction of 1% and would probably lose a great deal of money because of the way it's distributed. And we're all hoping for the first model, the good one, where it's distributed based on who you watch and not based on who everyone watches, but it's impossible to tell because they keep freaking changing it. And I think Entrelysium also did a couple of videos which may be a little more eloquent than mine. I think maybe they are, so maybe you should go check them out if you want more information. I know Nerdcube's doing videos, Boogie2988, fucking everyone on earth right now is doing videos about YouTube Red. So yeah, that is basically my stance, is that I don't really know what's going on. There are these two models, one is perfect, one is terrible, and who knows? So, yeah. What I've heard everyone say recently, and I'm actually totally on board with this idea, is if you were going to get YouTube Red, just simply to support your creators, maybe don't at all, because ad revenue might be better than that. In addition, a lot of people have Patreons now. I've seen a couple shoot up recently, the Nerdcubed one, the Boogie2988 one, the Tape Gaming one, your old best friend who loves you. So maybe if you literally just want to support your creators, maybe you have 10 favorite creators who will have Patreons, and instead of putting that $10 down to YouTube, just divide it up, give them all $1, or maybe just support a creator, Tape Gaming. But yeah, so I will try to link some of these. There's a cached site which I totally stole from Entrelysium, and the current site, I'll link them in the description if they're even slightly helpful, which they're probably not. And you can decide for yourself. This launch probably has already launched. Also, the first month's free. Don't think that's a good thing, because not to sound too self-involved, but that does take away a month of revenue from creators. Yeah, so could be shitty, could be awesome. At least the first month will be shitty because no one's gonna get paid. So until it's 100% clear, I'm not gonna go in for it, and I would really hope that you don't go in for it. But obviously, if you want to support creators, there are Patreons. I have my own. It is linked in the description and on the end plate of all my videos. You don't have to go and throw money at me. But if you feel like it, you have an extra $1, then just, yeah, that would be great. But, you know, but if you don't, I will find you and I will kill you. I'll see you next time.